What's up YouTube? Capital G here, checking out a brand new Gimmick Puppet Trap card that just got revealed coming out of the Duelist Pack 22. This is a normal trap called Puppet Parade. It's a hard once per turn. It says if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, special summon Gimmick Puppet monsters with different names from your deck up to the difference. Then, if your opponent's life points are at least 2,000 higher than yours, you can set one rank up magic normal spell directly from your deck. After this card resolves, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except Gimmick Puppet monsters. Okay, when you look at Puppet Parade and you just kind of take the card at face value, you just kind of look at it on paper, it's a good card. It kind of reminds me of Urgent Schedule. It's basically Urgent Schedule for the Gimmick Puppet archetype. I think the ceiling is a little higher than Urgent Schedule because this summons based on how many monsters your opponent has, so you can get far more than 2 monsters in certain situations. And of course, you get the ability to, get a rank up spell as long as it's a normal and set it directly on the field. Is it me or is Konami giving us a lot of ways of searching rank up spells? I mean, the Raid Raptor, Wise Tricks, the Link Monster does it. Like Rusty Bardiche can, set the rank up. Well, they got banned, but you get what I'm saying. Anyways, the card is good on its face value, but there's just one major problem, and it's the fact that this card is so fucking slow. It's almost unbelievable that Konami made this card a trap. I know that, you YouTubers have a tendency to say that a lot of trap cards should have been quick plays, but no, this card 100% should have been a quick play. Anytime that there is a card that summons strictly based on the number of monsters your opponent controls, that card needs to be a quick play. It cannot be a trap because, think about it, you can't go first and, look to activate this card because ideally you're looking to activate this card with 0 monsters on field so that you maximize the potential, but you can't really go first and just expect in 2019 Yu-Gi-Oh! To live when you have no monsters on the field. What if your opponent just blind MSCs this shit? Then you can't even chain it and then they just kill you. So you basically would want to go second with this. The problem is if you go second, you have to set this card and then activate it at turn 3 at the earliest, maybe even turn 4. You basically can't even Exceed Summon until turn 4, so you're kind of playing a card that you really don't get a lot of value out of until turn 4 in the duel, and that's just too freaking slow. I don't understand why this card wasn't a quick play like Urgent Schedule, because then you'd basically be able to always blind second with Gimmick Puppets and just activate the card knowing your opponent's going to have something on the field. I think that was a kind of silly for Konami to make this into a trap card and just make it kind of slow. Gimmick Puppets do actually have some decent Exceed monsters to go into, so the fact that this can get a rank up spell is actually really nice. I still think that Grinder Golem, or excuse me, not Grinder Golem, but Giant Grinder, I still think that that card is pretty decent for rank 8. It can pop 2 of your opponent's special summon monsters, and then if you rank it up into the Chaos version, it can pop another card immediately, and actually you can pop a monster and do burn damage to your opponent. So essentially you could have popped maybe 3 monsters on your opponent's side of the field in one turn. I mean, it's pretty good, but I just think that play won't happen until like turn 4 in the duel, and I mean, honestly, that's just too slow. Like, decks are just way too fast right now. I think that if Konami was just hell-bent on making this card a trap, they should have given the monsters that you summon, they should have given it like all world protection. I mean, those monsters should have been unable to be destroyed by battle, and they should have been affected or unaffected by everything. And some of you guys are gonna be like, Cap, that's crazy. Why should they have that much protection? I mean, you're still playing fucking Gimmick Puppets at the end of the day. Like, that's why. I think it should have only lasted for the turn that you summon them, but I think the monsters you summon should have like been basically unkillable if Konami's going to essentially make this card super slow as hell by making it a trap. But I mean, maybe people will be able to get this to work. I saw Lithium's version where he was playing Machina's, but it looked like when it popped off it was good, but then other situations where the opponent just like, randomly threw back removal at it, it was just really, really bad. Anyways, whatever you guys think of Puppet Parade, leave it in the comment section below. Excellent card, but yeah, should have been a quick play. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.